Hi, Lee Farnell here, and thanks for listening to Leading Your Best Life. In this episode, I want to talk about relationships, but I want to talk about relationships with yourself. This all started from looking at Facebook, but stay tuned because this is so important because your relationship with yourself is a pretty important relationship. Well, thanks for coming back. This episode started with me looking on Facebook and going, people have, are you in a relationship? Are you in a relationship? Are you in a relationship with someone else? Are you married? Are you this? Are you that? And then I thought, well, I'd actually put on Facebook, I'm in a relationship. I'm in a relationship with myself. Because what the hell? What about your wife? What about your girlfriend? What about your boyfriend? What? It's all about external relationships. But what about the relationship with yourself? Surely the first and most important relationship you build is the relationship with yourself. The relationship you have in terms of your self-talk. What do you say to yourself? Are you kind to yourself? Your relationship with yourself and your future. What's your future vision? Your relationship with yourself in terms of do you care about yourself? Your relationship in terms of being kind to yourself. What about the relationship you have with your self-image? I'm a go-getter or I'm not a go-getter, I'm a winner or I'm a loser or I'm a friendly person or I'm not a friendly person. Your relationship in terms of your self-identity. I mean, if you're going to rate your relationship with yourself on a scale of 0 to 10, how good, where would you rate yourself? If 10 is fantastic, I've got a great relationship with myself, versus no, I have a very bad relationship with myself. I'm actually very unkind to myself. Not only that, boundaries. The boundaries that you have with yourself, what do you allow yourself to do versus not allow yourself to do? Like, for example, I did an interview recently with a fellow who had literally been an alcoholic. He'd had a 15-month bender. You can check it out. It's the interview with RJ that's coming up. What boundaries did you set? What you allow to put in your mouth? How much pride you have with what you put in your mouth, whether it be food or chocolate or drink, or then what you allow to put into your brain. How often do you immerse yourself in the nightly news? Murder, wars, bloodsheds, bombing. Well, what does that do to your thinking, your internal emotions? Where was I the other day? I think I was looking at that Dr. Gabriel Gatte talking about trauma and childhood trauma and how that actually affects a disease and cancer, and what you do to actually make changes and heal yourself to get beyond that trauma, to heal that trauma. Then there's the relationship you have with yourself and what time you give yourself. Time for either reading or self-development or exercise. Do you give time to yourself? Certainly these days I do the 20 minutes meditation in the morning, 20 minutes meditation at night, then of course some reading, time to self. Otherwise, I know as a father and a husband you can give time to everyone else, but you don't give time to yourself. Then there's the relationship with yourself and your breathing. Boy, oh boy, there's some great research around now about the importance of breathing and breathing through the nose. Stephen Lumsdaine talked about it in one of the podcasts we did recently, and we're talking about it again just yesterday, the power of taping up your mouth in terms of taking responsibility for breathing better during sleep and the whole sleep apnea thing. Then there's a relationship with yourself and your computer. My computer was playing up and I was getting wound up about it. What are you doing there? You're getting wound up about a computer. Go get another one or get this one fixed or do something. But some people spend way too much time with computers and computer games. Then there's the relationship with yourself and your phone. Some people are attached to their phone. They have no time for themselves. They're looking at that phone, getting the dopamine hit, observing everyone else's life except their own. What do they call it? To forget going for dopamine hits and go for micro-learning. Look for lessons. Relationships with yourself and your body. It's worth, what do they say, the unexamined life is not worth living. Examining your relationship with yourself. Of course, we've got the R factor, which says R, the strength of the relationship, is frequency times quality of contact. Frequency times quality of contact. So what's the frequency of quality of contact with yourself? I mean, physically, of course, it's a whole other story, although physically is important. Gym, exercise, me, I'm swimming every morning down the beach with all my friends in the pod squad. But quality of relationship is friendliness times value. Friendliness times value. Value being what difference that interaction has. Makes you happy, lifts you up, teaches you something, leaves you with positive energy versus negative energy, bringing you down. Bedside manner. Are they friendly? Do you connect? Do you giggle with them? Do you have a lot in common? Do you have completely different values? They mismatch you, find everything you're doing wrong, and somehow think that's doing you a favour. I'm looking at this article in Psych Central. Says how to have a healthy relationship with yourself and why it matters. Your relationship with yourself involves self-awareness, self-acceptance, and self-care, among other things. It impacts your mental and your emotional health and your bonds with other people. A healthy relationship with yourself can and does improve your mental health, improves your connections, and even, of course, improves your work productivity because it's to do with, confidence, ability to take on projects, ability to say, yes, I can do it versus no, I can't do it, or no, I'm not going to do it, or no, that's outside of scope. When you're in a healthy relationship with yourself, you embrace your strengths and your opportunities, which of course means you need to know what your strengths are. You need to be able to identify what are opportunities in regard to where I want to go with my life, therefore my relationship with my future, which then reminds me of our book that we did a while ago. Me and Professor Mark Morehouse did the book Relate and Grow Rich. It's a bit of a takeoff of Think and Grow Rich, but we talk about your relationship with time, your relationship with money, your relationship with yourself, your relationship with your body, your relationship with your physical and mental well-being, your relationship with investing in yourself in terms of learning. Are you a learner? See, you value who you are and what you've experienced, and you take good care of your physical, mental, and social health. Physical, mental, social, emotional, spiritual. In this article, they talk about 4 ways to build a healthy relationship with yourself. Well, 1, try to build a healthy inner dialogue. How you talk to yourself. Talk to yourself. Sometimes if you're talking negative stuff, let it go, let it go. Don't give attention to negative thinking, putting yourself down. Nurture healthy inner dialogue. I'm good, I'm worthy. And by the way, we have got a range of affirmations that we work on, and there's a whole drill that we do as part of our personal development program, because we say if we're going to have organisational and business development, you need to work on yourself as well. And that's also literally the person I was working with yesterday, talking about cutting ties with people that have been negative or even actively tried to undermine you or control you. And again, that's where we recommend highly the cord cutting meditation, to cut the cord with those people you've given power to 1 year ago, 2 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, but you've still given them power. Cut the cord so that you're in control of your life. Point 2, consider identifying your strengths and opportunities. And again, there's a range of profiles. We often use the talent dynamic profile. There's the integrity and values profile. There's some great profiles to get to know yourself, to identify your strengths and your opportunities so you can play to those strengths, which is what Martin Seligman from the School of Positive Psychology talks about. 1, knowing what your strengths are so you play to those strengths and get into what we call flow. Flow, the river, the current that's taking you down the middle of the river versus at the side hitting the rocks. Row your boat gently down the stream so you're in flow, playing to your strengths and opportunities. Point 3, spending time alone. Giving yourself time, alone time. You may want to focus on identifying what are my core beliefs about myself, my paradigm about myself and others, what you like and dislike. What are some of the current challenges I've got and how am I going to overcome or deal with or map or get help with those current challenges? And what are my life goals, which again is why you get a coach to start to help you do that. There are those people I know every morning get their journal and they literally write how they want their day and their future to be. So they future pace how they want their life to be, their ideal husband or wife or partner or housemate, the ideal life, so that they manifest it. And again, we've got exercises we do to help people do that, to get clear. Clarity is power, we say. And point 4, try to take care of your needs. Try to take care of your needs. What does Yoda say? There is no try. So caring for yourself, eating nutrient-dense foods, getting regular, good, aerobic physical exercise, improving your sleep hygiene. What time do you go to bed? What time do you get up? What are you doing before you go to sleep? Meditation or yoga that you can do, yoga nidra, to get to sleep and get deeper sleep. Taping your mouth so that you're not breathing through the mouth and you're getting way higher quality sleep, breathing through the nose during sleep. Taking a personal development course or a business skills upgrade course, particularly our sales course, our moving up the career ladder. There's a whole range of courses that we have. A money course is pretty handy as well. Spending time with loved ones, spending time with people you love, spending time with people that love you, spending time with people that make you laugh. Super, super important. Watching funny movies is another great thing. Journaling, practicing relaxation techniques, meditation, getting into it. Want help with that? We've got a whole list of meditations that we recommend, and there's a whole range of data that we've collected on the medical, social, business, physical, emotional, energetic benefits of meditation. And at the end of the day, get a coach. Get professional support. Every high performer in the world has a coach, whether you're talking about tennis players, whether you're talking about Mick Jagger, still has dance coaches and singing coaches, and there he's 85. Why? Because he's committed to ongoing kaizen, continuous and never-ending improvement, being the best he can be, And when you're the best in the world, you get the rewards of the best in the world. When you're the best in your town, you get the rewards of the best in your town. Be the best you can be and watch those great rewards come, whether they be extrinsic financial rewards, cars, houses, money, intrinsic rewards, feeling good about yourself, being happy, being optimistic, having great mental health, smiling more, loving life more. Because let me tell you, as Sadhguru and everyone said, we're all heading in the same direction. Sooner or later we won't be here. You'll be a grain of sand. And so let's make the most of what you've got left between now and when you are that grain of sand. That's what it's all about, being the best you can be, living the best life you can. I hope this article has helped the relationship with yourself. As I say, it all started with me looking at Facebook and saying, well, I'm in a relationship. Yeah, I'm in a relationship with myself, and I'm going to take responsibility to have the best possible relationship I can with myself, because when I've done that, I can have the best possible relationship with everybody else. Thanks for listening. I'm Lee Farnell. Do share this with friends. If you've got to this far, you must have liked it. So subscribe, share it with friends. I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks for listening. This is Leading Your Best Life.